Hafade Guam, and welcome to KUAM News Extra. I'm Jason Salas. Glad to have you along for the show tonight. We got an information-packed show, so thank you as always for tuning in. We will be talking about the Human Trafficking and Sexual Violence Forum that's going to happen at the UOG Fine Arts Theater, so make sure to check that out. Remember, you can check out all of these segments on our YouTube channel anytime, day or night, and on any device at youtube.com/KUAM News. As for the present moment, the arrival of the Tea Galleria by DFS is coming up. It is in my very proud home village of Tumon, and attorney Shimizu is here, as well as Carlo, Carino, the communications manager for the Mid-Pacific region at DFS. And of course, Ms. Shimizu, you are involved in a multitude of projects.
Yes, Jason, thank you so much for having us today. And with me is a representative from DFS. And DFS and the Island-wide Beautification Task Force have been partners from the beginning 3 years ago. And they're extremely active in the community, especially in the field of beautification. And we're proud to announce that, again, we have partnered up, and they have agreed to paint 10 bus stops. And it's a really, really exciting project, and he'll be explaining to you what that is. And we're really happy that we're doing this. And it's great because nonprofit organizations are involved.
All right, well, thank you. Well, Carlo, perfect segue over to you, because
yes.
I think it's apropos that a company that is known so much for its unique and trend-setting visual style would lend a visual angle, onto this, and in sprucing up and improving and beautifying, public bus stops.
Oh yes, I think people would be very surprised to see how very quickly this became a passion project for so many of us at DFS. It's not just, taking on the 10 bus stops, it's the chance to support these 10 organizations. And we wanted to make it so it wasn't going to be an easy challenge. These bus stops are very complex. They have a lot of requirements. The art is probably different than you've ever seen on any bus stop, and we wanted to make these groups, we wanted to see if they could rise to the challenge, and boy did they ever surpass our expectations.
Now that's what I want to hold your feet to the fire in, because you guys are DFS, and again, because you guys are known for, such a high impact visual style, it's not exactly like throw a couple, cans of primer on there and, like dip your head in red paint, then put it on there like that. You guys actually have to come out and really put your distinct signature on that. So
yes.
What is the artistic approach you're taking?
The artistic approach we were taking was to be able to tell stories. If you look at the bus stops themselves, they all read like storyboards, or they all read like images you would take from a fairy tale. The pictures that we chose, they're all legends, or they're all descriptions of things that you'd find on Guam. And in addition to being the communications person, I am also the person who designed every one of these bus stops. And I did that because I wanted these bus stops to have an action-packed look. I wanted them to have the parts of the stories that would evoke the memories that we all have of these stories we had growing up. And I think that's a great thing to put in front of the tourists.
Well, not you and your husband, Lieutenant Governor Rachel,
Yes.
have gone above and beyond in improving so many aspects of the island with murals and with
Yes.
the first of the village landmarks and everything. Which when I was a
That's
kid
right.
growing up, these were things that we would take with a sense of civic pride. It's like, wow,
Right.
now entering Assen, now leaving PD and everything like that. You protect those. So
Absolutely.
what sense of ownership are you expecting young Guamanians and villagers to take as these bus stops come up?
When we started the Beautification Task Force, our goal, my husband's goal and my goal, was to not just tell people that littering is bad, because we all know that it's bad. And what we wanted to do was to instill a sense of ownership, like you stated, and that this is our home, and that we all need to take a piece of it and take some responsibility for her and make it better than what we found. And so with the Green Dream campaign that we launched last year, I hear from people that, we really liked your commercials because it didn't say, don't litter, don't do this, don't do that. It says, love your island, take ownership. And I say this time and time again, what we're trying to accomplish is a paradigm shift in how we think about our island. And Jason, the community have risen, and we have so many requests from so many nonprofit organizations, civic organizations, nonprofit organizations, as well as individuals and homes. We have families that come out and say, we, the neighborhood, want to adopt a bus stop, and what can we do to make it better? And I think if you go around the island, you see the changes being made. And not to forget all of the others that have come before us that has continued and till now, making the island better. But it's my passion, and I really have a very good team working with me. And to date, the bus stops, we have painted close to 320. And we're going to continue to paint more.
Well done.
Yes, and this 10 bus stops from DFS is really a great addition and really beautifies the island. And I think the viewers being driving around the island have seen these bus stops. I mean, they really pop. It's red and white. It's iconic. And when I pass by, I see people pulling over and just, you know, looking at it to see what it is.
I really like the way you phrased something because you referred to Guam in the feminine. You said like respect her. And as anybody knows out there in TV land, I hope you guys caught that because of course Guam is mother to all of us. And you don't have to be a Guamanian to know that you do not disrespect your mother. All right, well stay tuned everybody because we will be talking more with Nach and Carlo about the project when we return.